first time around?
First time in Krakow.
No, as far as being back with the UFC and fighting in the UFC again, does it feel any different than it did the last time?
No, I feel good.
Did you envision yourself coming back here? Is this something that you had in mind, or did it just kind of happen for you?
It just happened.
And now that you're here, are you excited about it? I mean, you've had so many big fights in your life. Is this exciting for you, or is it just a job?
Every fight is exciting for me.
Doing media.
It was never a job for me. That's my passion.
I know doing media is not necessarily your passion.
The media is not my passion.
Is this the least favorite part of your job?
That's hardest part, believe me. That's hardest part. But I got to swallow.
What's the dumbest question you've been asked this week?
What's the dumbest question?
Yeah.
This one.
Is it true that you came very close to signing with Bellator before the UFC?
Gentlemen, please let's stick to this fight. And the stories from Adam and Eve, and since I was 3 months old, and who taught me to drive a bicycle, let's leave it for other occasions, if you agree. Let's talk about this fight. Who cares about Bellator? Bellator is history, right?
Gonzaga is perhaps most known for his victory over you. It's kind of like when people associate it with him. How do you feel about being able to sort of change that, about like taking back that loss, so to speak?
Well, I feel good, That's why I'm here. To try to get my revenge. And as I said before, even if I don't success, I will knew that I tried. For me, that's enough. And I really do my best, to prepare myself as much as possible. And I'm in a really good shape. I had a great sparrings, and my friend Stipe Miocic came in Croatia. He spent 2 weeks doing sparring with me, and I'm okay.
What do you think will be the biggest difference in this fight as opposed to your first?
I don't think much, I'm just a fighter, If I'm paid to do thinking, I wouldn't be sit here right now, I'm just a fighter, I'm joking, but I don't think too much about it.
Did you ever expect that you'd be back? You were traveling around the world, you were fighting in Asia, you were doing a lot of kickboxing. Did you ever expect that you'd be back in the UFC?
I don't know what to say. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know.
You're here, Mirko. Is your motivation now just to avenge the losses against the guys who you fought previously in the UFC?
It's too loud here. Can you repeat?
Sorry. What were your main aims now you're back in the UFC? Are you looking to avenge the losses you had last time you were here?
Before I said it before. Before I finally go in final retirement, I would like to do a few rematches, and that makes me happy. I would like to have fights that will make me inspired to do hard trainings, and definitely fight with Gabriel Gonzaga is one of them.
Besides this one, is there a particular rematch that you're really keen to have?
No, even Gonzaga wasn't a particular opponent I picked with my finger. I said when I talked with UFC that I would like to have some rematches, and they offered me Gabriel Gonzaga as the first opponent. I didn't say give me Gonzaga as the first.
During your time outside of the UFC, is there anything special that you've been working on, or anything way that you feel like you've progressed since your first run?
I was doing usual things that I did before. I believe from my previous time spent in UFC that I have less injury. Even I'm older now, of course. I joined 2007 and now it's 2015, and of course I'm older, but I feel really good, for 40 years old grandpa. I feel really good. It's not just that I feel, numbers doesn't lie, If I can do training on a treadmills, on the bicycle, certain rounds of sparring with 3 young opponents changing on me, it's numbers, It's not I think or I feel. So I feel really good.
What do you think about Polish MMA?
Well, I don't follow actually too much Polish MMA. I don't follow actually MMA at all. No, I don't watch TV too much. I don't go on internet portals to watch. I know for Jan Blakovic, and to ask me who else do you know from Polish MMA, I couldn't answer that question. No, really. I just don't follow. It's not arrogant. I really don't follow. No, I'm interested for my own career, and I'm studying my opponents, you know, who are picked, and I really don't have time to do. But I heard for Jan Blachowicz before. Now he's co-main event here.
You've never lost in a rematch. Do you know why that is? Is there something about rematches? You know, is it studying or knowledge the second time around? Why that you've been perfect?
I don't know. Rematch is always different. You know, I believe it's harder for the one who won in the first time. You know.
Just because they have to repeat that performance, or no motivation, maybe?
No, I think the fighter who lost in the first one enters smarter, better prepared, with I would say with bigger wish and desire to beat him. You know, but of course it doesn't have to mean anything. You know, but we'll see. You know.
You're such a popular fighter, especially in your home country of Croatia, and you're a real icon. I mean, you're the reason I started following martial arts. How many times a day do you get messages from fans, or, you know, how much does that mean to you that people hold you in such high regard?
Well, from female fans, very rare, and male fans I don't follow too much. I'm joking, but I'm receiving a lot of messages, you know, on my Facebook, and I received a few hundreds messages in the last 2 days, you know, from people around the world who supporting me, and that's nice, you know, when you know that people still support you, people still loves you, and it's also good to know, you know.
How about we talked to some of the fighters on the card, and even some of the fighters were like, he's a legend. They were taking pictures with you and couldn't wait. How does that make you feel? I mean, do you feel respect? Do you feel old? I mean, how do you feel when guys on the card are wanting to take pictures?
It makes me proud. It means that I was a hard worker and that I make something of my career, you know. It flatters, I believe, to every man, you know. And yeah, I did this morning few photos. I don't know the names of the guys, but I did some photos this morning. It's nice to hear, and I don't care how somebody else sees me, you know. I feel good, you know. I don't think I'm old, you know. Especially for a guy who trains and lives like me. I'm professional, and you know what? I bet that I can do right now, more burpees than any of those guys. More burpees in a row. Let me see who will take the challenge. I will put 100,000 on it.
I'll pass.
You know what burpees is? Yeah. Explain to them who doesn't. You know what burpees is? Yes, jump squat. Yeah. I was doing in the last conditioning train 25 minutes without a break. And as long as I can repeat it, I don't care if I'm 30, 40 or 50, you know. Of course, at the age of 50 I won't be fighting, you know, but we got to be realistic, you know. Nobody can fight forever, you know, but definitely there are a few fights in front of me that I really want to do, and then we'll see, you know. And so many different things pushing me to retirement. My sons are getting older, you know. It's a huge stress. It's not normal sport like I don't know, like a tennis, swimming, soccer. You know, you can get hurt. You know, you can get hurt.
What do they say? Have they encouraged you? Like, hey, we don't want to see you fighting anymore?
No, they are still too young, you know. And my younger one, Filip, he's only 4.5. He doesn't understand. And last sparring I had with Stipe Miocic, it was really brutal, you know. We fought each other like crazy. We were both bloody, you know. We tried to take head off of one of each other, you know. And in one moment, in the middle of the sparring, I saw my kid next to the cage. The guys let him come and watch the sparring. He was in the other part of the gym, you know, in a part where we are doing weightlifting. And he just, you know, he saw me fighting, and he just approached, and I stopped the sparring, you know, and I start yelling on the guys, you know. I can fall down, you know. It's easy if Stipe falls down, he won't feel it, you know. But if he see his father is falling down, and we were fighting like crazy, you know, like crazy, believe me, full sparring, 100% strength, you know. And then I was really upset, you know. And it doesn't happen in a sport like swimming, like basketball, you know. You can bring your wife, you can bring your mama, you can bring anyone, you know, to watch. This is, you will agree, I believe, this is a little bit different, you know.
Do you know if your sons will get involved with kickboxing or MMA when they're older, or would you like to keep them away from that?
I won't keep them away. I won't push them inside. It will be their decision. Personally, I would like them to stay away. Personally, I would like. But if they show some talent, wish, desire, they will have a support. No, I'm fine.
So will you have your family here, or you left them at home?
I don't bring my family, and I fight. Never.
So you had a history as a politician in your life. Why did you quit?
No, it's not. It's not politician. Actually, I was just a member of parliament. You can't call it politician. You know? True politician is a prime minister and the president. That's people who can call themselves politician. But being a member of parliament, you're doing what? You're raising your hands, vote yes or not. It's actually it's not politics. The way I see it. The way I see it. Yeah, but it's not politics the way I see it. And of course, I don't have desire to be a prime minister or president. No. I'm done with politics.
What about something like coaching in something like the Ultimate Fighter? The UFC are looking to grow over here in Europe. Maybe a European Ultimate Fighter show. Would that be something you'd be interested in? Maybe being a lead coach on a series like that?
Maybe. I have a couple of young guys, you know, training with me in the gym, and right now I don't have time to dedicate my time to them. You know, I have to be focused on my own training. But one day when I will be retired, definitely I will work with young talents. But with really talents, I'm not planning to open a club that anybody can come inside, pay a monthly rate and train. You know, as a recreation. I will just work with the young talented fighters.
So you think you'll stay in the sport after you've finished actually fighting?
Did I say that if I will have a young talented fighters, I will do anything I can to help them. That's all. But maybe I won't have. I don't know.
What fighting means for you?
What fighting means for me? It's now a philosophical question. It's a philosophical question. I choose it as my life goal. It's my job, and it's also my passion.
Have you started to put a number on it? You said, you know, you feel good, but have you started to put a number on when you'll have to walk away from the sport, or do you just take it fight by fight?
I didn't get it.
Have you set a number on when you think you'll have to retire? Because you said you're kind of inching towards it. Do you know like how old you can fight, or is it just about how you feel?
It's about everything is. It concerns about. It depends about possible injuries. Right now I feel good, but you know, any training could be the last one. If I broke my during my UFC days, I broke my knee. I had a four heart surgery on the knee, you know, and definitely if I hurt another one, it will take me forever from the sport. You know, I won't be able to recover, you know, and I will have to go for the surgery, and I will have to recover, you know, but not for the top level of fighting, you know. I won't be able, and when I start feeling pain during training, warming up, then it's too much, you know. Then it's too much.
You've had an incredibly long career. One thing I've always noticed about your fights is you have the same cornermen, the same coaches. They've been with you this whole time. And a lot of fighters may chop and change coaches and cornermen. How close are you with you and your coaches, both in the gym and outside the gym in your personal life? How close are you to your coaches out of the gym?
We are really close friends. In my case, it doesn't work different way. We are really close friends. Those two guys that were with me, Stipe and Mario, they are closest friends I have, and we are like family. It can't function different way, in my case at least.
Sorry, have you ever been in Krakow?
Yes, I was here in 2000. In 2009, I was in Krakow.
And what do you think about the city?
No, I haven't seen too much of Krakow. You know, I haven't seen too much of Krakow, but everybody says that it's a beautiful city, but buildings are, how should I say, gray. You know, it looks. You can see its influence of Russia here. It's, yeah, I think you will agree. You know, and but it has nothing to do with the people that lives here and many old castles, and everybody says that it's a beautiful city, but I haven't seen too much of it. Last time I was here, I just spent one night in Sheraton Hotel like now, and I went to Auschwitz. I wanted to see a concentration camp Auschwitz, and same day we went home, you know, so I haven't seen really much about Auschwitz.
And what do you think about this arena?
I think nothing. Why do I have to have opinion about arena? I think nothing. It looks nice. It looks nice. It looks nice. What is capacity of arena?
Because it's the biggest in Poland. Huh? It's the biggest in Poland, I ask.
Nice, nice.
Okay, thanks.
I don't think it's arena is something I should have opinion about. Arena like arena, I don't care. Especially when they turn off the lights and everyone looks the same.
One thing you must have an opinion about is music. Why Duran Duran and why Wild Boys? Why is that your
I
walkout
got
song?
to pick one, you know. I got to pick one, and Wild Boys is a song I really like, and when I start entering, people start recognize and put together Wild Boys together with me, and that's why I never change it. A few times I
Came into
think
the Pride music on your debut, didn't you? Your UFC debut, Eddie Sanchez?
yeah, it was Pride music, and once in Japan I enter in one creation song, and in Zagreb in K1 final I enter with Ennio Morricone, Ecstasy of Gold.
Thanks a lot, Mirko.
Okay, that's it.